Welcome to Inglis Falls in Owen Sound, Ontario, Canada. If you can find the junction of Highway 10 and Highway 6, where Chatsworth is, you're about a mile from this falls. The falls is just on the outside of the town of Owen Sound, and it's part of a river system that dumps off the Niagara Escarpment into Georgian Bay. So this is just the view from the parking lot. Now we're going to check out the falls. And there it is, Inglis Falls, Owen Sound, Ontario, Canada. Perfect location for a grist mill, a grain mill, which was begun in 1842, 1845 by the Inglis family, and then again in 1935 by the Henkel family, up to the 1960s. Let's say about 100-foot drop. And it meanders all the way down to the waters of Georgian Bay in Owen Sound, which is part of the Great Lakes. Starting around 1842, when it was discovered, right up to the 1960s. There's the Inglis family home right there. They built on this location. Making grain with their mill. Sue at Inglis Falls, 2023. It's amazing how the trees grow in between the rocks. Okay. Here I am at Walters Falls. Walters Falls is a little tiny hamlet hiding close to Owen Sound, maybe near Meaford, but it's in the middle of nowhere. They call it Walter's Falls because there's a falls here and they named it after somebody called Walter. But we're at the only place you can see the falls and appreciate it properly, at the Walter's Falls Inn and Spa. You could stay here, you could have a wedding here, you can just visit it for the day and have a delicious meal. But to find Walter's Falls, the community, the hamlet, will be a challenge. It's on the map, but it's still a challenge. So I just want to show you a panoramic view of the parking lot. So a lot of people come here for different events. Like they're having a wedding here this afternoon. And let's have a look at the pond above the falls here. Now Walter's Falls, of course, was purchased over 100 years ago by a family that wanted to make a mill and grind up things like grain and things. Lily pads are beautiful. The pond is beautiful. Looks like there's a diving board. You can use it for swimming. It's now near the end of August 2023. It's a Sunday afternoon and it couldn't be more perfect. No bugs and a falls. Now, I don't think this is the only waterfall on this property. Big giant pipe, a beautiful abandoned building, would make a great something. And we're part of the Niagara Escarpment up here near Owen Sound, and there's a lot of water falling into Georgian Bay near Owen Sound, and there are waterfalls, and here's one of them. But let's have a look. Walking trails. It's quite the view. What's it say? Yeah, it's part of the Bruce Trail, which goes from somewhere down in Buffalo, New York, up the Niagara Escarpment, all the way to Tobermory, and lots of people walking. The reeds are gorgeous. Queen Anne's lace, milkweed. I can see some people that are enjoying something up there on the, looking down. Let's find out what they're looking at. And lots of limestone boulders. They call limestone boulders or rocks like that, they call them erratics, E-R-R-H-C-T-I-C. It's the glacier a long time ago moving rocks around, the ice moving and receding up to the North Pole, creating the Great Lakes, dropping off erratics. It's quite a big one. Yep, but there must be a falls over here. I hear the water. I see the tourists. Three old people. Wow. Now that's a waterfall. That's at least 100 feet. Heading down through the forest, trickling into Georgian Bay. What do you think of this, Sue?
Oh, it's very pretty here.
What do you like best about it?
It's falls.
Oh, you like water and rocks
Yeah.
and trees on a beautiful, beautiful day? This is where it's coming from. Walters Falls, recommended. Take a look. Oh, by the way, we were at an art show in the Walters Falls Community Center, just up the street a little bit, and we bought some art.